Hello friends and welcome back. Today we are doing a very exciting reading. This is actually the first in a three-part series dedicated to the triple goddess. The triple goddess is the mother, the maiden, the crone. The triple goddess symbolizes the three stages of a woman's life and is represented by the waxing moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. The different phases represent a different part or a different aspect of a woman's life, from before the reproductive age, reproduction, childbirth, childbearing ages, and then what is typically thought of as postmenopausal. This is a series, a three-part series, dedicated each one to a different aspect. So today's reading is all about the maiden energy and a message for you from your maiden self. If you want to make sure that you don't miss out on the other parts of this reading, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you're notified when those videos go up. These pick a cards will go up today, obviously Monday, and then the next 2 Mondays. Okay? I do also want to clarify that even if you do not identify as a female, or even if you are not biologically female, it's okay. We all have feminine energy, and the messages from the maiden may still provide some insight into your life regarding the aspects that the maiden represents, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So before we start, I do want to talk about the cards that I picked. Today's cards I felt very youthful energy from, and that's kind of what the maiden represents. The maiden is represented by the waxing crescent moon, and then is followed by the full moon. So it's growing symbolically like the belly of a pregnant woman. The maiden represents youthful energy, beauty, new life, that kind of youthful exuberance and excitement for life that we often have in the early stages of our life. And that kind of energy, it doesn't matter if you are masculine or feminine, because we are all combined of masculine and feminine energy. The maiden is typically associated with the dawn or the sunrise, as well as with spring. Again, it's this very youthful, energetic, new life kind of energy. And that's what I wanted to depict with the cards that I chose. As you can see by the mess going on beside me, I actually have all of these readings planned out. I am going to be actually filming them back to back so that I can put this chaos away. But the decks that I chose today are the Gilded Tarot. I find that the artwork on this deck it's very youthful. It's very, the colors used are very bright, cheerful, and inspiring. So I wanted to use this deck. I also picked the Wisdom of the Oracle. That's this deck here. Again, because of the colors and because of the tones that are used in this deck always reminds me of spring because of the colors that they use. There's a lot of pastels, and just a lot of spring-like energy in this deck, so that's why I picked this deck. And then I also picked the Archangel Animal deck. This deck is the one that's on top here, and animals always remind me of being youthful, the excitement that children have around animals, and even the excitement that we as adults get when we are around animals. It kind of brings back a very young, energetic vibe. And then I am going to be using my Moonology deck throughout this entire reading, because we are talking about the triple goddess who is represented by the moon. So I thought Moonology would be a good choice. Hey guys, so I was just editing this video and my camera did not want to stay in focus. I got a new camera and I'm still learning it, so I really apologize if I am going in and out of focus. If anyone is a camera wizard, I have a Lumix G7, I think it is, and I know the autofocus isn't the greatest, so I'm still playing around with the settings, but if you have any tips or advice from me, please let me know down in the comments. But anyways, let's get back to this reading. So, let's get started. In front of you are 3 piles. I'll put that up there. In front of you are 3 piles. You have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I want you to take a moment and listen to your intuition and choose the pile that's really calling to you. There is no right or wrong decision, only what is right for you in the moment. This is a reading for the collective conscious, so not all messages will resonate with you, but please keep in mind this is a reading about youthful energy, about a fresh perspective, and about creativity as well. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. It just means that your message may be spread out through multiple piles. So let's get started with pile 1. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 1. We're going to start with your tarot cards. So we have the Magician, the King of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. I feel like your main message from your maiden side of yourself is to stay strong and stay true to who you are. Be confident in yourself, be confident in your decisions. You are a powerful woman and you do not need the support or the guidance of a man to get by. You have the knowledge inside of you. You don't have to answer to a masculine figure in your life. You can do this. Now this isn't saying be disrespectful to, say, your father or other masculine figures in your life. It's just saying be respectful to yourself. Okay? With the 10 of Cups, this is you being able to get what you want out of life. With the key word being you. You can have the family life if you choose it. You can not have the family life if that's what you choose. If you want to, only have pets, if you want to be in a same-sex relationship, that's up to you. I do like this card. This is often a card that's associated with family, but I love how this is a depiction of 2 women, especially as we talk about the Maiden. This could also be, this could also be about keeping your friends close, holding on to people who you cherish, whose company you really appreciate. If you've got some good friends in life who you feel are really supportive, who are really loving of you, don't let that go. Hold on to them. Now, if situations change, if perspectives change, that's okay, because we do change. But that's not to say that if circumstances change or if, you drift apart, that's okay. It's just trust yourself, trust your instincts when it comes to your friends, with your close personal connections, your close personal ties, and hold on to those who you really appreciate in your life, especially those who you look up to, potentially as a mother figure or as a crone figure. And you can be the same age, you can actually be even younger. One thing I didn't mention in the introduction is that the Maiden, Mother, and Crone are all a part of us at every phase of our life. When you were born, you have the eggs inside of you, which will eventually be your children if you so choose to have children. Your eggs, your energy, who you are, who you became, was inside of you at the time of your mother's birth. So when your mother was in uterus, you were in the uterus as well of your grandmother. We are all connected. We all have this energy. The maiden, the mother, and the crone represent something different, but it's not defined by age. I mean, some people will define it by age. Typically, if you're in the crone phase of life, that's postmenopausal. Maiden is typically before childbearing ages, but we all know those people who have had motherly energy since they were a little kid. You know, those little girls playing with dolls and treating them as if they were their baby and nurturing them as if they were their baby. You know, we all have this energy inside of us, and the Ten of Cups here, I feel like this card is telling us to hold true to that energy, hold true to the fact that you are the triple goddess, you are the maiden, the mother, and the crone, all at the same time. It doesn't matter what your age is. Here we have the magician, who is represented by an elderly figure here. But I mean, we really don't know how old this person is. And this person could be a parent, could not be a parent, you never know, right? But it's the energy of the magician that allows you to be the creator of your destiny, right? And also with this King of Swords, the King of Swords is very intellectual. So it's not underestimating your value, your worth in terms of your intelligence. So often you hear, you know, oh, such a beautiful little girl, but such a smart boy. Even as a little girl, even as an embodiment of femininity, you can still be smart, you can still be strong, you can still be confident in who you are. Okay? Let's go to the wisdom of the oracle. We have chop wood and to the sea. Very interesting. Chop wood. I mean, we have this depiction of a broom, right? Which, quote unquote, would be depicted as women's work, right? But it says chop wood, which would be typically thought of as masculine. So it's showing you that it really doesn't matter. You can blur the lines, you can do what you want. If you want to be a very feminine lumberjack, or heck, even if you don't embrace your feminine energy, like that's perfectly fine too. You can be a very masculine version of yourself. You can embrace your masculine side, go right for it. With the to the sea, it's about going with the flow. It's about trusting yourself. It's also about creativity. This person has made their little paper boat and is going out to sea, just going with the flow and trusting that the universe is taking them where they want to go. Just like this magician, trusting the universe. Okay, and your animal cards are the sheep, act with fortitude and cooperation, and the hedgehog, be a magnet for light, love, and joy. That's what I was really feeling with this Ten of Cups when I was talking about friendship. You know, approaching your friendships with light, love, and joy. Approaching any relationship in your life with light, love, and joy. With the act with fortitude and cooperation, it's kind of interesting because at the beginning I said, you know, you don't have to do something because the men in your life are telling you. You can be who you are. So, but it's also about not being disrespectful. So you can be who you are and still be respectful to those around you. Okay? And then I just wanted to pull a Moonology card for you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you've got two. So we've got Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. I feel like I'm going to put that over here because I feel like that really goes with that King energy. And then we have the answers you need are coming, new moon or full moon in Gemini. And I'm going to put that one over there. So I feel like this Work Through Your Fears really is speaking well with the King of Swords. And even with the hedgehog, when you can approach obstacles in your life with love, with joy. It is a lot easier to overcome them, especially when you have confidence in yourself, faith in your abilities. And then we have the answers you need are coming. I really feel like this goes well with the chopped wood and the Ten of Swords, even the Magician. This is about trusting who you are, going after what you want, and when you can connect with the energy that you want, and you can connect with the larger picture of where you want to go, that is when your manifestation, that is when your answers will come. Okay? So that is your message from the Maiden if you picked pile number 1. If you want to see the Mother and the Crone reading, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, pile 1. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 2. We're going to start with your tarot cards. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Okay, I feel this reading really embodies the Maiden energy, but it's also interesting because we have the threes, the triple goddess. I did forget to talk about this in the introduction, but the phase of life that you identify with now doesn't mean that's the only energy you have. We all have the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone within us at all times. Biologically speaking, our eggs that we developed from was within our mother's body when she was in utero of our grandmother. We have been through the phases. We have been involved in so much, right? And it's also just, we all know little girls who just embody mother energy while playing with their dolls. We know little girls who are called old souls. That was me as a kid. I was always the old soul. And just because we might be in a certain phase of our life physically, doesn't mean that energetically and emotionally we can't interact with other parts of the triple goddess. And also, some women choose to not become mothers, and that doesn't mean that they won't evolve into the Mother and into the Crone. It just means they choose not to have children, okay? But I do feel like this energy here with the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups is very Maiden energy. And I feel like those of you who picked pile number 2, it is time to embrace your Maiden energy. It is time to follow your inspiration in terms of knowledge and education. Like, don't stop learning, just keep learning, keep going, keep growing. With the Three of Cups, this is about excitement, creativity, what's bringing you joy. And the Ace of Cups is about not being afraid to look for new opportunities and to not be blind to them. When you are constantly learning and growing, there's always new opportunities presented to you. And especially when you are in the Three of Cups energy, when you are in the energy of love and light and compassion, then those opportunities will come to you even more readily. So the Maiden wants you to embody this energy. The Maiden wants you to embody this youthfulness, no matter how old you are. Even if you are in your physical crone phase of life, you are never too old to stop learning. You are never too old to stop having fun, to live with love and joy and happiness. Okay? We have the Yin, and we have the Peace card. And it's interesting because we have the depiction of the egg on the Peace card. And I was talking just moments ago about how we have our potential future offspring within our belly. And when we are pregnant with a little girl, she has the next generation in her ovaries as well. And here we have the example of an egg. And the example of the bird guarding the egg, flying over it, keeping watch. It's how, even as a maiden, we can still keep watch over those that we love and care about We can still have that motherly energy even if that egg is not ours. And then the yin, we have the scale. It's about balance. The balance of the yin and the yang. And here we have the feminine energy depiction. And then it's interesting because your two animal cards, we have the owl, listen to the messages of the angel, and the kingfisher, be patient and focused. We have, I should actually switch those around. We have the owl with the Three of Pentacles, the knowledge, seeking out knowledge, knowing that you are capable of seeking out knowledge. And then we have the kingfisher, be patient and focused. And it's like, you know, the kingfisher speaks up with the Ace of Cups here. You know, be patient. But when you can exist in this energy, when you can embody this maiden energy, your dreams are coming. And it's just a matter of being patient, being focused, be aware of where you want to go and what you want out of life. Okay? So let's pull... Okay, this is just the back of the deck, but I'm going to pull that because I love that. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So let's pull a Moonology card about messages from the Maiden. Thank you. We have be bold and make the first move. And then we have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. It's interesting because the answers you need are coming along with the be patient and focus and the Ace of Cups. Like it's the same kind of energy. And then we have the you are good enough, which will really help you to embody and be patient for that energy to come in. The Maiden wants to tell you to be yourself, to love yourself, to never give up on yourself, to never give up on your dreams. Okay? So that is your message if you picked pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you want to see the Mother and Crone version of this reading, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you who picked pile 2. Have a fantastic day. Bye. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 3 for this Maiden version of the Pick a Card. So we have the Hermit, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. The Maiden wants you to be true to yourself. She doesn't want you to feel guilt over being who you are. She doesn't want you to hide who you are. She wants you to embody who you are. Spend time with yourself and love who you are. We have the Queen of Wands here, which is very motherly energy. And I forgot to mention this in the introduction, but we never are just a maiden. We never are just a mother. We never are just a crone. We have the triple goddess energy within us at all times. We are always, energetically speaking, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, all together. It's just how we balance that. And some phases of our life might be more in tune with maiden energy, or might be more in tune with crone energy. It all depends. Even as you go throughout the day, it might change. Your balance might change. What kind of energy you call upon might change. But no matter what your energy, you are you. And the Maiden wants you to be who you are. She wants you to be confident in who you are and not need to be afraid, not need to hide, not need to be sad about different attributes of yourself, be it physical, mental, spiritual. You can embody this Queen of Wands energy if you allow yourself to take time to get to know yourself and to be confident in who you are. We have TikTok. It takes time. It's not a rush. And then the Observer. The Observer and the Hermit card are really speaking well together. It's about observing who you are on a deeper level. What is the story that you're telling yourself? What is the story that describes who you are? And again, as we move throughout this life, there's no rush to get to the next phase. There's no rush to get to motherhood. There's no rush to get to crone, because we are all the maiden, the mother, and the crone. We are all them combined into one. We don't need to rush through life. We can love and cherish and just experience each phase. We can even flip-flop through phases, right? Even if you're a mother, you can flip into that youthful, creative energy that is the maiden. Okay, and then we have the eagle. Sees opportunities courageously. Very interesting with the observer, because an eagle can fly so high and see the bigger picture. And then we have the elephant. Open yourself to true abundance. And I love the elephant imagery here, because we have the baby elephant with the mother elephant. You know, it's that cycle. Elephants are some of the most maternal animals. There's heartbreaking stories of mother elephants who have lost their babies because of drought. And the mother will sit there and cry and mourn over her lost baby long after the baby's dead. And then she has to make the decision to move forward with the herd, to lead the herd, to lead the next generation, right? So it just goes to show you that even if you don't have a baby or a child with you, you can still have that motherly energy. You can still have that maiden energy. And this doesn't even have to necessarily be a bond between biological mother and maiden, right? But this card also says, open yourself to true abundance. And like I was saying with the Queen of Wands and the Hermit, to open yourself, you need to be open to yourself, okay? So let's pull a Moonology card. Actually, let's go with 2, because I think that would be a good number. 2 or 3. 2 or 3 cards for those who picked pile number 3. This message from the Maiden. As I'm shuffling, I'm looking at these cards and noticing the spots on the heart chakra of both the eagle and the elephant, focusing on the heart energy center. Open your heart. Open your heart to your truth. The elephants also have their third eye energy center, their third eye chakra open and illuminated. And it's illuminated with this wonderful green light, which is making me think of Mother Earth. Beautiful. Okay. Message for number 3. Thank you. Okay, you guys got 3 cards. I'm pretty sure this card has come out in every single reading. The answers you need are coming. They are as you go through life. Hold your vision. And then it is time to give rather than take. And there's that green earth mama spiritual energy again. Hold your vision. It's being true to yourself, right? Like I was saying, it's not about being true to someone else. It's about being true to you and connecting with who you are. Connecting with who you are so that you can embody what you are meant to do. Okay? There's no need to rush through life. There's no need to rush through the phases, because we are all embodying the triple goddess, right? It's time to give rather than take. Give your love, give your compassion. Open yourself up to true abundance by giving love. If you can exist in the energy of love to yourself, then it's amazing how much more love you will receive. So that is your message. If you picked pile number 3 for the triple moon goddess, pick a card. triple moon god, for the triple goddess, pick a card. If you enjoyed this reading and you want to see the mother and the crone aspect, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day.